and welcome to the 4th edition of International Automotive Manufacturing Summit 2022. This is Neha Basudkar Ghate, Assistant Editor at Efficient Manufacturing Magazine. We have here with us Shailendra Goswami, who is the Chairman and Managing Director of Pushkaraj Engineering. So let's begin with the interview. Hello sir, and welcome to the IAMS Summit, sir.
Thank you.
So sir, how does PLI scheme aims at MSMEs which are into auto and EV manufacturing, as in to scale up their production to reduce excessive reliance on imports by achieving better economies of scale to become export competitive?
Well, the basic nomenclature, PLI, means production-based linked incentive schemes. Now, whenever we are talking about production, it is not restricted to only MSMEs. It can be for any industry which is indulging into manufacturing or production. Naturally, when we are doing certain levels of production, for creating an incentive scheme will certainly enhance the capacities of the MSMEs. They will motivate MSMEs to do better, and certainly they know for sure that the government is behind them for doing good. Now, why should we raise the production? Because as I have been always saying, that we were totally an inward-looking society earlier, where we were totally dependent on the productions or the demands for the domestic market. But now the markets are opening out. Everyone is looking at India as one of the best manufacturing bases. And when somebody is really looking at us as the manufacturing base, naturally the volumes are going to be much larger. Every industry will have to scale up their productions. And the moment you scale up the productions, then only you will be part of the world economy or world ecosystem. And this is where the incentive scheme linked up with production comes very handy to the MSMEs who perennially have been suffering on the finances part of it. So there was no incentive for doing good earlier by the government, but today the government has been very, very proactive in providing financial packages, in providing various means of incentives, and one of them is the production-based incentives.
Absolutely, absolutely, sir. So the second question would be, what are the challenges and opportunities the MSME holds to boost in their segment?
Well, the challenges have been all along for past 3 years. One is the finances. In finances, we had cash flow problems. We had credits. We had debtors and creditors as a problem. In production, we had problems of availability of labor, availability of finance there also, and certainly the kind of rules and regulations which were put forward to prevent COVID had virtually led a lot of labor, which was a migrant labor, vanish from the scene, and they have gone to their native places. So labor and the skilled labor was a much bigger problem. The third problem was the demand part of it. Because of the pandemic or because of the cash crunch, people postponed their decisions on purchases. Even in the festive season, there were no demands, which we experienced only during last 6 months. That this particular Diwali we had lot many purchases, which otherwise from beginning of 2020 till beginning of 2022, almost 3 years, there were no purchases. So we suffered on demand. We suffered on technologies, where the manufacturing was with a conventional method, and we used to have a semi-automated factories which were not able to cope up with the kind of scalability which was required. So these were the challenges, and certainly opportunities are many. Because of the world opening up, naturally we have exports as one of the opportunities. Because of the EV market which is opening up, therefore MSMEs can contribute in the electric vehicle market. Because of the emissions, naturally everyone is really thinking about reduction in carbon emissions. So alternate means of propulsion are going to be thought about. And certainly why we are discussing when we are talking about MSMEs as automotive is the only sector. There are going to be non-automotive sectors, or for that matter, off-highway vehicles, what we say as tractors or earth-moving or material handling equipment and things like that. Or somebody mentioned about the railways and things where the infrastructural investments are going up, roads, ports, airports, trains, everywhere MSMEs can contribute in terms of products and services.
Also, what would you like to speak about summit that you are here in?
Well, the summit is required in the conditions that we are in today, because most of the industry is in a state of confusion, or maybe the knowledge sharing is non-existent on a platform. So we are at the International Automotive Summit providing that kind of a format to exchange opinions and take opinions from the experts who are going to speak as a keynote speakers or panelists who are the experts in their respective domains. And therefore, knowledge sharing is very, very important. And people, what they would not learn in a couple of months or a couple of years, they can learn in a couple of hours because of the learning curves of different people here. So we can catch up knowledge at a different levels of learning curve, which otherwise, if one has to do it himself, he will find it very, very difficult.
Absolutely, absolutely. It was really nice inputs from Mr. Shailendra Goswami. I really thank him for having here with us, and I'm really proud and obliged to actually have him with us. So thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.